Alright, one of you whispered my name 3 times into an old boot, and now I've been summoned to do cross-country commentary. In this commentary, I'm going to attempt to answer a few questions that people had about cross-country and the sport in general. Anyway, in this minute before me and Superman go out, you can hear my trainer giving me some last-minute tips and tricks to remember while I'm out there. And I'm answering like a petulant child, not because what she's saying isn't correct, but because in the minute before I go out on cross-country, all I can hear in my head is like a whooshing noise, like a train or a tornado coming. At this point, I've ceased becoming a human, and I'm just 100% adrenaline and just sort of bones held together by fear. And so when my trainer says, make sure you keep your leg on, I'm like, what legs? I don't exist in a human body anymore. I've ascended. I am the anxiety. And if anyone tells you they're not scared before they go out on cross country, they're lying. They're lying or they need actual medical help. Because this is fun, but it's scary. Anyway, here I'm just trying to stop Superman from shooting out before we get our 10-second countdown, because you do get eliminated for that, but he's real excited. He's just staring at them. Let me go. And then he absolutely takes off like a rocket ship. As per usual, our first 2 fences are nice gallopy fences. That means I want to just take them out of stride. I do not want to get in his way. I do not want to interrupt an actual rhythm of his canter/gallop. And my big personal goal for this trip was to make sure I could see my distance about 4 strides out. Ideally, I'd like to be able to see it 8 strides out, but you gotta work with what you got. So that's why you hear me counting. I'm counting down to where I know he's going to take off. Now, this is useful for both you and your horse. You both gain confidence when you take off at a very good distance to make the jump easier, and you as a rider gain confidence because you're not thrown off balance. Now, this was a little bit more of an upright jump, and my trainer said bring him back a little bit, and Superman said I wasn't there for that conversation, so it doesn't apply to me. It's a novice fence, so it wasn't really that big of a deal, but on the principle of the matter, a little rude. Now, when you're going from light to dark, horses' eyes take longer to adjust than humans, so basically all you need to do to stop them from freaking out is making sure that they can see their next jump. They have something to focus on. A good cross-country horse like Superman is not really affected by shadows because he knows he'll be out of it eventually. It'll be fine. And by giving him something to focus on, he's not so focused on, oh, I can't see as well. Now, someone asked, how do you know what canter to have for each jump? Well, the basic rule is the more vertical or upright the jump is, the more upright you want their canter. So more bouncy, so they can bascule and kind of really round over it. Versus a more spread out fence, you want their gallop a little bit bigger. You can take it out of stride. Now, here's a half coffin, which is just a ditch with a related jump. It's important to have them really focused on you when you go into those. So A, you can hit your striding just right, and B, you can make sure that they see the ditch because it's in the ground. It's not up in front of them, and horses they're dumb, guys. Now, this jump here kind of creates a picture frame effect with the tree branches there, which can be spooky to some horses. They don't want to jump up into a tree. Fair enough. But Superman doesn't care, of course. Now, it's really important when you're going through water, once you're in the water, to be powering up your horse because the water sucks a lot of energy out of them. And when you have a jump out of the water like that, you want to make sure that you're still hitting your rhythm even when you leave the water. You don't want to have to be playing catch up once you hit land because you didn't do the work in the water. Now, you just saw me look at my watch and go, oh no, oh golly, we are going so fast. And I knew we were going fast because eventers practice the pace that we need to go for our given level, and that pace is given to you in your course walk. But I knew we were not going novice pace. We were going training pace. But he had such a nice rhythm, and we were hitting everything like right on stride, so I didn't really want to mess with it. Okay, the camera does not do justice for how insane this crater, I'll just call it a crater. They call it a sunken road. No, a meteorite hit here, guys. It is straight down, 1 stride at the bottom, straight up. It is the closest thing to a horse roller coaster you'll ever do. And really, when you're going down a hill, there's nothing you can do to help your horse. You just kind of drop the reins and leave it to them because all you can really do is interfere. So I just drop the reins, sit back, and be like, you got it, Superman. And he does because he's perfect. Now, people were asking, where do you know where to go? Well, you do a course walk before with your trainer, and I do one by myself. And you as a human can go see and walk the course as many times as you want. It's just your horse doesn't know the jumps beforehand. So you walk it so you know exactly where to go. In the event that you do get lost, you see the numbers on the side of the jump. Those are color-coded for your level. So you keep a running tally in your head of what jumps you've already done and make sure that it matches up with what jump you're about to do. At this point, I was pretty proud of myself because I really hadn't buried him to anything or made his job super difficult. He had been respectfully tolerating my instructions and not blatantly ignoring me, which I think is a really good step forward for the two of us. Probably because I'm not making as many mistakes, but whatever, it doesn't matter. In that last jump, he sort of scraped his hooves across the top, and I just told him it's okay, because some horses get freaked out by that. Some horses just always scrape their hooves. It doesn't really matter. Now here, I just wanted to make sure when I got to the top of the hill that he locked onto the corner we were about to do, and that I didn't get too much in his way so he could find his own distance. And I'm about to get attacked by a tree in right now. Ow, my face. I don't think that's the route I was supposed to take, as evidenced by me being almost beheaded. But it worked out. I'm fine. And we did not get last jump-itis. Our last jump was actually really, really good. So yeah, that was just a really nice, positive ride for me and Superman. He had a good time. Maybe he was a little bored. It's fine. I had a great time, and it's just confirmation that we're ready to move on and move up. So thanks for coming along, guys. If you have any more questions, let me know.